She is the most intimidating security guard ever, even taking down Gronk while he's trying to come into the ring and help and assist you at WrestleMania 33. Why is she not on the payroll? Because she deserves something. Like bring an Avengers movie, have her take down Hulk or something. Because I'm still impressed. Andre getting body slammed by Hogan, Rock versus Austin, Lisa the security guard stopping Gronk from getting into the ring are highlights in my brain. Like that has got to be one of those craziest moments you've ever seen in your life.
She is my guardian angel, so I need her to manage me. I don't need to be managing her. She is the GOAT, legitimately the scariest, toughest security member that we had on the entire staff, which is funny because if you get her backstage or outside of work, she is an absolute sweetheart, but it doesn't change the fact that she's a badass. I believe she is also the person, I don't know if you remember this, was it Survivor Series?
Did she stop Enzo?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When Enzo was in disguise, she yanked his ass off of the chair when he stood up. I was in tears because I love Enzo. I think he is one of the biggest characters I've ever met in my life. One of the best mic workers for sure. Her snatching him up like that, I was in tears, but it just added to her reputation and her resume. And dude, she is the first person to dive in there in these situations. And I mean, she is a woman that is smaller than a lot of like these big guys that you see in the ring.
Yeah.
She is tougher than everybody. And I'm saying she will sprint into action, even if it's something that's probably a safe situation, because those guys don't get enough credit. Because if a fan wants to hop the guardrail and slide into the ring, you got the heads up, you got the notice. They have to react on the fly and hopefully be close enough to you to stop you. Bottom line is, if a fan really wants to get into the ring, they can, but they're the ones that are on the hook for it. You think of when Bret Hart was giving his speech at the Hall of Fame. We all thought that was part of the show. I saw the guy run right past me and I started laughing because I was like, oh, this is going to be good. They're going to bump his ass around once he gets in the ring.
Yeah.
And to your point from earlier, she didn't know Gronk was going to come in. She stopped him doing her job. This thing can go either way. So I got to give those guys a lot of credit because that is a tough gig.
So, for instance, no one told anybody that Gronk is going to be involved with the situation, or maybe somebody knew but didn't tell everybody. Like that seemed like when everyone was watching that, we're like, wait a minute. Like even as a fan, we're like, we know who that is. That's not a fan. That's Gronk. We know he's involved. We know him and Mojo have like a relationship. Okay. And then yet she's like, you're not going anywhere. And we're all like, what is she doing? Like even as a fan watching on TV, you're like, what is she doing? Like, this is clearly part of the show because we have seen fans jump in the ring, attacking Seth Rollins, getting in the ring with Dean Ambrose, Triple H, just a video of Triple H and Steve Austin having a good time with a fan who tried to get in a ring in a live show. So there are times, but like, did you talk to her after and go like, did no one clue you in what was happening here?
No, she had no clue. And that's funny because that kind of surmises how things can go in any big company. There's a lot of people that knew. Every member of that match was out there to do our quick little run through beforehand. And, they wanted to give Rob enough reps to feel comfortable. Cause let's not forget, he was still in football when that happened. Like he was just in the off season. I believe the Patriots didn't fully know that he was doing that. I think they buzzed a few of the right people, but none of his teammates knew. Most of his coaches didn't know. They just got the okay from whoever they felt like they needed to tell. But all the wrestlers were out there in the ring. You thought that everyone would have been buzzed on that situation. But the security wasn't out there. They were in this massive stadium doing their checks and looking for bombs and doing what they do. And, bringing up to speed all the additional security and police officers. And they have tough days on TV too. So, we didn't hold them against them, but man, what a funny thing. And I actually maintain to this day that worked out for the better because how, hardcore wrestling fans are. They're not always so receptive to outsiders, especially ones that come in and haven't either earned their stripes in a ring or at least put it out there in the world that they are a hardcore wrestling fan, like maybe a George Kittle, you know? So they actually, when they first showed Rob, they booed him. Some booed him, some cheered him.
Yeah.
Let's also not forget, when you play for one team in the NFL, the rival teams will always boo a player of another team. So when that happened in the match, I was like, oh man, they might not be with this situation. And when he got up after Jinder doused him, he stepped in the ring. Some people still weren't with it. But once Lisa, yoked his ass up and snatched him up, which I still clown him to this day about that. He got his ass whipped and dominated. All the fans who were like hating on him, they were checked immediately because they realized how much they wanted to see what was to happen. Their curiosity took over. And then after Lisa let him go, everybody was with it. And we got to exactly where we wanted to be, and it made the whole spot even better. So I was grateful for it. I thought it was hilarious. I was literally on the ground right underneath yelling, part of the show, let him go. It's all good,
Oh, God. Yeah, because again, we're watching it. Everyone's like, you see kind of people looking around, wondering like what the hell's going on. And it was just one of those moments where I don't think everyone's ever going to forget that. Like usually like the kickoff show are matches that people are like, oh, okay, this is get me ready for WrestleMania. No, that was a moment, a WrestleMania moment, not that was a kickoff. Okay, no big deal. No, it's outstanding.